Good morning, kings, queens, and royals. Today I'm inking a pencil sketch I did yesterday in my new Moleskine sketchbook. I wanted to make my first video just a kind of get to know me as an artist video so that I can set a good foundation for my channel. So I am a teenage artist. I mostly use inks, Prismacolors, gouache. Those are my favorite mediums. Here I'm using some new fine liners I just bought off of Amazon to do the line work for this sketch. I found yesterday that my favorite kinds of reference photos are actually, I like to search up sculptures. When you look at sculptures that people have done of portraits, still lifes, anything, there's a lot more contrast because usually they have a light shining directly on the sculpture, so you can really see the lights and darks really well. I looked at another artist's sculptures for these two drawings I had done, so they are not my original characters. I did look at a portrait sculpture that had already been done to do these. And it was actually surprisingly less difficult than just looking at a photo of a face. It was a lot more fun. I could really see all the wrinkles better when I could actually see them molded out of clay instead of just like a flat photo of a real live person. I also discovered while drawing the original sketch yesterday that it is surprisingly easier for me to draw older people than younger people, which I was really shocked at because usually drawing wrinkles and, as you get older, your face kind of changes shape. The proportions are a little bit different than a younger person. I would expect that to have been harder to draw because that's not what we learn in school as much. But it was actually surprisingly easier. I've always been bad at getting a head shape really well. I've always learned to start by drawing the outline of the head with a circle and then coming down below it for the chin. And I've spent hours in frustration not being able to get that right. And yesterday actually, I decided that I'm just going to try to avoid that problem. So what I did was I just started drawing the nose and I just worked my way out. And I actually managed to get a good head shape without starting with the head first. And I was surprised that I was able to keep proportions with the nose, eyes, mouth, forehead, chin, cheeks, everything without having that original outline of the face to start with, which usually you use and make marks in it to know where to put your eyes and stuff. But I just kind of eyeballed it. Started with the nose, and kind of like a mandala where you start in the middle and work your way around and out. I started with the nose, and I did the wrinkles around the nose, the eyes, the mouth, the forehead, and I just worked my way out, and then at the end I did the neck and shoulders. For the character on the bottom, he was a bit more difficult. I have never drawn facial hair before, so this was a good challenge for me. When I was originally drawing him, I left out his monocle, and my brain kind of reverted back to that while I was inking him, and the monocle kind of came in last, and so there's a bit of overlap there that I wasn't happy with, but in the end I think they both turned out very well. So a little bit about me. I've been doing art for as long as I can remember. I have an Etsy shop. It is called Strawberry Ink Shop, and I make custom letter downloadable art prints in digital art. I use Procreate for everything I sell on my shop. It's a great digital art platform, and I've been using it a lot more lately. I've been learning how to do portraits and been learning a lot of techniques to make good digital art lately, so that's exciting. Like I said before, I've never made any kind of YouTube video before, so the first one's always the worst one. I'm sure they'll get better as they go. I feel like I'm going to be doing a lot of sketch with me, ink with me, paint with me, color with me kind of videos. I don't think I'm going to be doing too many tutorials, but I found that the video editing software I use, I cannot talk today, it lets me speed up videos just the right amount, so that way they're easy to follow along and use if you wanted to follow along with me without going so fast that it just all blurs together and there's no fun in watching it. It actually looks a bit more like it's in real time now, just a tiny bit faster. All I did was double the speed of the original video. And I would love if in the comments there were suggestions about what kind of videos you'd like to see, what you would want me to draw, color. I do most of my artwork with ink or Prismacolor colored pencils. I do realism. I do a lot of realism. OCs and cartoon characters are not my forte, but I can do them. I also have gotten really into gouache paint lately. It's like a very thick, opaque, chalky watercolor. And if you water it down, it is basically watercolor. And I'm really loving it, and I think I'm going to do some painting videos with it soon. I'm pretty happy with how these two characters turned out. This was the first page in the new sketchbook, and we all know that the first page is a nightmare. It's very overwhelming, even though there's nothing on it, and that's why it's overwhelming. And I just decided I actually don't start on the very first page of the sketchbook. I skip a couple pages, and it makes it less overwhelming for me. I can just start a drawing without overthinking beforehand, and it just makes it a whole lot easier. Here I'm just adding some details, some shading. I'm going to be putting up some new letters on my shop today. Letter J is going up. Letter A, B, C, D, G, S, and F are already in the shop, and they are $10 each. They are downloadable. There's no mailing, so no risk of contracting anything from the mail. It's very safe. The prices are good. The art is good. It's a nice size when you download it, not too small. You don't have to blow it up or anything. So I hope you will check that out. So yeah, please comment anything you'd like me to draw in the future, what you'd like to see on this channel, where you want to see this channel go. Yeah, I'm excited for future videos to come and to really making these videos a more present part of my life and hopefully a part of yours too. Here I'm just erasing the pencil lines underneath. We're almost done. It's always so satisfying after you erase all the pencil lines and you see your nice ink work on top and it looks like it just came out of a printer. You feel so professional afterwards. It's really nice. And here's the final product. Here's our second character right here and our first one. And then here are both of them together. I'm really happy with how this turned out. Leave a like and subscribe. Bye.